I hope you're all well. Today is Friday and it is day one of Final Book Support Group. I'm really excited. We've got a 4-day round this time over the bank holiday weekend and I'm really hyped. I do apologise for the state of me. It is 8:10 in the morning. My painter and decorator is on his way around, so I had to get up early and I have my laminate floor being delivered at any point today between 8 AM and 6 PM. So yay for that window. But yes, it is Final Book Support Group round 7, I think. And I thought we would start the vlog off nice and early before I, you know, get to a point where I've finished something and then I'm starting the vlog, because that's happened before. I have 3 books on my TBR as potentials for this weekend, and we also have the bingo board as well, which I am hoping to complete this weekend, fingers crossed. So going through the bingo board, the first one we have is graphic novel, manga or small book, and for this one I have put on Solo Leveling Volume 5. This is like an RPG type thing in a manhwa, so this does still count for the prompt, and we are following Jinwoo, who is deemed the weakest hunter of all time in the first volume, but then something happens and things start changing for him, and I really enjoy this. I'm having a great time with it. Love the illustrations, love the storyline. It's very engaging and I'm having a fantastic time, so I do want to continue on with this one. So graphic novel, manga or small book, this counts because it's a manhwa. Next prompt is for self-care, and for this one I've got a range of stuff that I'm going to be doing over the weekend that could count as self-care, so I'm looking forward to that. Then we have a final book, and for me for this round I really want to try and focus on sorting some duologies out. So I do have This Coven Won't Break by Isabel Sterling, which I'm really looking forward to. The first one in this series is These Witches Don't Burn, and I really enjoyed that one. I read it so long ago, but I'm really looking forward to reading this one. This is a queer novel about witches. It's about a coven. In the first one they were hunted and someone tried to burn them. I can't remember fully what was going on. I think we're following Hannah. Yeah, Hannah Walsh just wants to finish high school. But I'm intrigued to see how this continues with this series, so I'm looking forward to picking this one up. And then we have a recent purchase, which again, this could count for. I very recently bought this one, so that could count for that. Then we've got the Free Square, then we've got Continuation Station, which this one also could count for. If I get to fit another graphic novel in there, or manga or manhwa, I will do. Share your TBR on socials. I am planning on doing that this morning. I've already taken my picture. Take part in a sprint. I'm hosting sprints this afternoon, and then poll pick. So for that one I did do a poll pick, and it went up on Twitter, and the winner of the poll pick was Godslayer by Zoe Hannah Mikuta, which is the second one to Gearbreakers, which I read last year or the year before, I can't remember, and I've really enjoyed it actually. I was very intrigued by it. Can't for the life of me remember the name of our main character. She, in the first one, was trying to infiltrate the Gearbreakers so that she could bring them down from the inside out. I love stories like this, it's fantastic, and I had a really good time. I wasn't expecting much from it because it's a YA sci-fi, but I had a fantastic time and I really enjoyed it. So I am looking forward to continuing on with this one. I may need to read a recap for Gearbreakers if I can find one, just because it's been a hot minute. So yeah, very intrigued about picking both of these two up. To be fair, I mean, when did this one come out? Was it last year? Because it's not, I'm sure it's not that old of a series. 2022, yeah. So it's not that old of a series, but this one, on the other hand, was 2020, and I've probably had it for that long as well. So it's nice to try and get off a couple of series that I feel like I've been in the middle of, because these are duologies, for some time. So I'm looking forward to finishing both of these. This is a vibe, in my opinion. I think it's very pretty. But yeah, those are my plans. So I've got 3 books on my TBR. Today I am going to be hosting sprints from 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Might not go right into the evening, but I'll go into the evening some way, I think. Tomorrow I am out with Andy and family for the afternoon, and then on Sunday I'm out all day in Liverpool at the RF Kwong event at Waterstones. So Saturday and Sunday I don't think I'm going to get any sprints in, which is a real shame. It just so happens that they've all fell on the same weekend. But Monday I am going to do my Patreon Magic Monday sprints, and I'm going to cut them short than I usually do. Usually we go for literally most of the day. I'm going to cut them shorter than usual, and I'm going to do some live reading sprints, public reading sprints for Final Book Support Group. So I'm going to be sprinting all day Monday. So Friday and Monday are going to be great reading days. But within this vlog, you should get some content from the RF Kwong event, from my trip into Liverpool, from anything I do on Saturday tomorrow with family and Andy. So yeah, it should be a nice, fun-filled, packed vlog, and I'm really excited for you all. But I'm gonna make a start, actually. I might as well, it's 8:15, I might as well make a start on something. I don't know what I'm gonna start first. I might try and do try chapter for both of the books, actually. I want to save the memoir for later, but I might try and do a try chapter for both of the books, and see what I fancy, what I'm in the mood for right now. But I do have a couple parcels, so I thought we could open them together and see what's in here, because I'm not too sure. Oh, this is gifted. Tracy, I was so excited when I saw this on your wish list. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. From Tracy. Fake Dates and Mooncakes by Cher Lee. Tracy's been banging on about this for a hot minute, actually. She got an arc of it, so as soon as she said that it would be up my street, I was really intrigued. I think it's queer, and I think it's following Meet Dylan Tang. He juggles school and delivery runs for his aunt's struggling Chinese takeout in Brooklyn. Winning a mooncake competition could bring the publicity they need to stay afloat. Enter Ethan Summers, a charming, wealthy customer who convinces Dylan to be his fake date to a family wedding full of crazy rich drama. Their romance is supposed to be just for show, but soon Dylan's falling for Theo for real. With the mooncake contest looming, Dylan can't risk being distracted by rich people problems. Can he save his family business and follow his heart, or will he fail to do both? It's not very long, 260, but the cover on this is absolutely stunning. Thank you so much, Tracy, for sending me this one. You did not have to at all, but thank you, my love, for adding this to my TBR. Might try and pick that up in June, but that is exciting. And then in hither, I'm fairly certain I know what this one is. Yes. Okay, so I did decide. I do have the paperbacks of the Crowns of Nixia series, but I always wanted the hardbacks. It's just that the first one in the series hadn't come out yet in hardback, and this wasn't available to order in hardback when it first came out. Yeah, no, the first one was available in hardback, but at the time wasn't when I was buying them. So I've had a quick look to see if I can find them for a reasonable price, and I did end up getting the Ashes in the Starcursed King in hardback. I've ordered Serpent and the Wings of Night on hardback from eBay, so that's coming soon as well. So I do have the pretty hardback edition. Oh shit, that was so worth it. So worth it. Oh my god. Love is a sacrifice at the altar of power. That is beautiful. So worth it. So yeah, I did order the hardbacks of them as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the paperbacks yet. I might illustrate them, annotate them, I don't know. At this point, the audiobook for Ashes is not coming out now till October, and I've been really struggling to get through that book physically. I don't know if it's just a me issue with the fantasy. I don't physically read fantasy, or whether it's a me issue with reading as a whole, because I've recently just put down another book that I wasn't anticipating doing as a soft DNF. So I'm undecided yet what I'm going to do with Ashes, but I will come back round to it at some point. But yeah, I now have the paperbacks and the hardbacks. I have no chill. Anywho, right, I'm gonna go. I will let you know what I do decide to start first between Godslayer and this Cover and Won't Break. I might try and do like a try chapter or something, or I might just start something. Maybe I'll pick the smallest one or the biggest one to get it out of the park today. To knock it out today, get it out of the park. Who's going to the park? Not me. So yeah, that is my plan. So I will check back in with you when I've got another update in a little while. Okay, good afternoon. I am here to give you an update on my reading because things have not gone as I planned. So I mentioned in the previous clip that I am going to be starting, well, actually I said I wasn't sure what I was starting, but I did start Godslayer and I got to page 53 this morning. It's currently 4:20, by the way. I got to page 53 this morning and I have decided that I'm not in the mood for this, so I'm going to take the bookmark out. I only kept it in so I could tell you where I got up to. It's great and I'm looking forward to getting back to it, but right now I'm not in the mood. I'm in this really weird mood where I'm like starting a book, I'm not in the mood for it, so I'm putting it down and I'm picking something else up. The only thing that's caught my attention recently is Fourth Wing and Traitor's Blade, which was a reread. So I'm putting that down and I've changed my mind and I have decided to pick up Solo Leveling at volume 4 instead. Totally forgot I haven't read this one yet. Remembered when I was filming my haul earlier that I haven't read it yet, and I was mentioning to you earlier that I'm going to read volume 5. I haven't read volume 4 yet. Well, I have now because I've just finished it. This series does follow Jin Woo, who is the weakest ranker ever to be known in this world, and this is like an RPG type thing. However, one day he goes into a campaign, if you like, and he is one of only a handful of people that come back out of it, but something's different in him, and it turns out he's now kind of almost playing a game itself. Like, he's a virtual player, if you like, and he can level up, he's getting stronger, he's getting bigger. He's now leveling up as a hunter and it's really, really good. Lots of fighting, lots of gore. I just love reading this manhwa. So I'm really enjoying myself, looking to continue on with volume 5 and 6 this weekend. But I think this is probably going to get another 4-star, which so far the series has all been getting 4 stars. Really, really enjoying it. I haven't ran it through Corpile yet, but I will let you know. But I did just do a vote on the sprints to decide what to read next. My options were Solo Leveling volume 5, so continue on with that. Rogue Protocol by Martha Wells, which is book 3 in the Murderbot Diaries. Or Lore Olympus volume 4, which just came this morning. So this one did win by an absolute mile, so I'm going to be reading this. This one is a Greek mythology retelling of Hades and Persephone, and it is a beautiful graphic novel. This is like the only Greek mythology retelling I've never DNF'd, and I just love it. It is, I just adore it. I love the series, I love the illustrations, so I'm very excited to give this one a read, and this is going to be my next read, and it will get me up to date with the series. So although it doesn't finish a series out, it gets me up to date, which is great news. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be picking up next, and then it will be tea time, hopefully, because I'm getting really hungry, I'm not going to lie. So looking forward to reading this one. This is what I'm going up to next. Just be warned that this vlog is probably going to be quite chaotic with me all over the friggin' show and not really knowing what I'm reading properly, because I can't make a decision to save my life right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's gonna be fine. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if I actually get anything finished as far as series is concerned this weekend. But either way, continuation stations still count, and I really am still looking forward to this Cover and Won't Break. So we'll see whether or not I pick this up on Monday. Now that I've already filmed my haul, I have nothing to film on Monday, and I'm going to save my editing for Tuesday, so that means I have a full day of reading on Monday, so potentially I can read all of that on Monday, which is great news. So in the meantime, I'm kind of just focusing on quick, snappy reads, which means that graphic novels, manga, manhwa, and novellas are perfect to me right now. So that's what I'm just kind of leaning into mood reading, I'm not gonna lie, because it's making me happy. So I'm gonna go. It is Sunday and I am getting myself ready to leave the house any minute and go to the train station. I'm going meeting Caitlin in Liverpool. We're making a day of it and we are going to see an RF Kwong tonight, so I'm really freaking excited. I haven't been to a bookish event in a long time other than Yalk. So I'm very, very excited. I'm keen to get a copy of Yellowface and get it signed. I'm not taking any other books with me because I did just receive the Illumicrate editions of the Poppy War. So I honestly just don't know if I can walk around Liverpool all day with 3 big books like that. So there's no need for me to get my original editions signed because I have the Illumicrate ones which are signed. So I'm just going to get my copy of Yellowface today. And I'm super stoked. I haven't read any more. I don't know if I told you already that I finished Solo Leveling Volume 4, but I did. I haven't read any more. I was going to take Solo Leveling Volume 5 with me, but I'm just not sure when I'm going to get a chance to read today. So I'm not going to, but I do have my Kindle just in case we do find time to read. So I do have my Kindle with me. I've got something I can read, but those memoirs are quite heavy, so I don't really want to carry it around. So I need to make a move, get a shufti on, and I will check back in with you later. But in the meantime, enjoy some B-roll of my day.
Yellowface has also hit the New York Times bestseller list. And fittingly so, because Yellowface has been described as wickedly funny by The Guardian, a satirical literary thriller by the New York Times, and a firecracker of a book by The Independent. But for people who are obviously going to buy the novel tonight and start reading, Rebecca, what is Yellowface about?
Sure, well, quickly, can I get a show of hands if we've read it already? Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, we've just been so stunned on this tour by the novel.
Morning. It is Monday and it's currently 20:09. I do apologise for being a bit quiet over the weekend. It got incredibly busy seeing my family, and then yesterday's event with Liverpool. It was fantastic. Had such a good time, had such an amazing day with Caitlin. We did so much. We went to go and watch the F1 in a sports bar after we'd had some lunch in Spoons. And then we went and did only a little bit of book shopping because it's Sunday, so Spoons was shutting at 5. And then we went to go and hunt down the place where the event was happening. And then we had the event with RF Kwong and it was so good. We had a fantastic time. So I'm here just to show you what I did pick up while I was in Liverpool. And then let you know what my plans are for the rest of the day. So I did obviously get my copy of Yellowface by RF Kwong, which is the Waterstones exclusive edition, which looks like this. And I did get it signed by Rebecca as well. The discussion itself was really good, very interesting. Rebecca, she's so quick on her feet with her thinking, and she's so incredibly clever and intellectual, and she's such a beautiful person. I said to Caitlin as soon as the discussion was over, I could sit and listen to her all day. Like, it would be great if she did like a podcast or something. But yeah, had a great time with that, and I haven't read it yet, obviously. It's on my MBR4. I didn't put it on there because I completely forgot about it. If I don't own the physical book, out of sight, out of mind, I can't remember about it. But I do want to pick it up, I think, in June. And then I also she was in conversation with Ella King, who's written Bad Fruit, which I believe is like a thriller, I think, literary thriller or something. So I'm intrigued about this one. Also got this one signed by Ella because she was there. So it seemed like the right thing to do. I will say though, this fly is freaking me out because it's there, it's on the back here. But yeah, intrigued by this one as well. So I did get those two at the event, and then before the event we did go to a shop called Worlds Apart, which I think is like a, yeah, manga, graphic novel, merch kind of shop. And I did pick up Record of Ragnarok Volume 1. This sounds right up my street. It's all Norse mythology, Thor, Valkyrie, Ragnarok, etc. So it sounds really intriguing. So I did pick this one up. I also did get some Hello Panda and some wafer rolls from there as well, because they had some Japanese treats and stuff. And then from Waterstones, in the very short time that we had in there, I did pick up The Kingmaker by Kennedy Ryan. I spotted this in, I think it was Aaron's vlog recently, where she went book shopping with Becca in New York, and the cover is stunning, and I have been intrigued about this one. So I did pick up that one, which is a romance, a contemporary romance, I think, adult. And then I spotted Kingdom of Villains by Ella Fields. This cover's beautiful, and it was basically a case of, I had it in my hand when the man told me the shop was shutting, so I had to make a quick decision whether or not to pick it up or leave it. This is following someone who I'd known exactly who he was, the Unseelie Prince, but I hadn't known just what he was. I'd been fooled. So sounds very interesting indeed. I am intrigued about it. Not too long at all, but it's indie published, I think. So I did get both of those. My camera battery just died. I had to change it out, so I'm sorry. And then I got home yesterday and this was waiting for me, and I've already filmed my unboxing for May, so we might as well unbox it in here just very quickly before I let you know what I plan on reading today. The answer to that question is I'm not sure, but I'll figure something out. Okay, so this month is Feuding Gods. We do have the tarot cards, who feature Iris as the 7 of stars and Roman as the 8 of stars, from The Divine Rivals, which I have not read yet, and I am presuming it's potentially in this box. We do have a wooden postcard which features art of an imagined Lore Olympus. Mount Olympus, sorry, that's because I've just recently read Lore Olympus. Very pretty. Not sure what I would do with that, but very pretty. Then we do have this canvas basket which says Ad Astra per Aspera, I think that's how you pronounce that, to fit in your bookish goods or TBR or something. I do have a handful of these now and I've got no idea what to use them for, I'm not gonna lie. But they are cute indeed. Then I do have a Valkyrie helmet pin. Oh, that is pretty. Look at that, isn't that stunning? I love that, so beautiful. I don't know why my camera keeps doing this with the friggin'... Never mind. Then we do have a tote bag which looks like it's got a load of Greek mythology books on it. We have Lore Olympus, Electra, The Song of Achilles, Circe, The Odyssey, The Historians, Percy Jackson, Lore, Star-Touched Queen. There's lots and lots on here. This is very pretty. I love the colours of it. The only issue I have with this box is that Greek mythology is not for me. It's the only thing that has worked for me so far is Lore Olympus. And then we do have this very pretty journal, which is just lined inside. Very nice indeed. And then the book. So we have a Dear Reader letter. The art on that's really pretty. We've got the matching bookmark as always, and the Ferris scoop, which I'll go through in a second. And then, oh, that's pretty. I do like the original cover of this series, of this book, but this is really pretty. We have The Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, which I did just call a minute ago. Oh my goodness. That got me a little bit excited. The end papers look like this, and it is signed by Rebecca as well, underneath the dust jacket. Ooh, stunning. Oh, that's beautiful. Very, very nice indeed. Are the end pages the same on the other side? Yes, the end pages are the same on the other side. When two rival journalists find love through a magical connection, their fate depends on their facing the depths of hell together. After centuries of sleep, the gods are warring again. All 18-year-old Iris Winnow wants to do is hold her family together. With a brother forced to fight on behalf of the gods now missing from the front line, and a mother drowning in her sorrows, Iris's best bet is winning the columnist promotion at the Oath Gazette. But when Iris's letter to her brother falls into the wrong hands, those of the handsome but cold Roman Kit, her rival at the paper, an unlikely magical connection forms. Expelled into the middle of mystical war, typewriters in tow, can their bond withstand the fight of the fate of mankind and, most importantly, love? An epic enemies to lovers fantasy novel filled with hope and heartbreak and unparalleled power of love. Nice. I have been excited about this one, but I'm a little bit anxious that the box has been very much so like Greek mythology centered. I'm a bit nervous about that, I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping that this isn't Greek mythology based, because I've really struggled to find anything I get on with other than Lore Olympus so far. So we'll have to see with that one. Maybe it won't be. I mean, after saying that though, the pin is Norse mythology, not Greek. So maybe it's just that it's just gods, and obviously Greek mythology kind of falls into that line a little bit heavier. So yeah, gorgeous book. Gorgeous book, very nice box. So the Fairy Scoop, we do have an interview with Rebecca Ross, some exciting releases coming out in June. And the readathon for this, the read along, will start on June 19th. And for next month we have From the Depths. The ocean has always been a symbol of both wonder and danger, capturing our imaginations with tales of lost ships, hidden treasures and mythical creatures lurking in the depths. As we gaze out at the endless expanse of blue, we can't help but wonder what secret lies hidden in the sea. In this box you can expect items from Daughter of the Pirate King, Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea, The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi, and 2 fandom neutral items. So that's exciting. Our featured book of the month is a dark and seductive YA fantasy where a siren must choose between protecting her family, following her heart in a prejudiced kingdom where her existence is illegal. Very interesting indeed. So that is the Fairyloot YA box as well. Unboxed through, as well as my little haul from Liverpool yesterday. So yeah, did have a wonderful day in Liverpool yesterday. The weather was fantastic. It was busy because Everton were playing and it was the last game of the season, so it was incredibly busy on the train going in Liverpool and on the train coming out, but we managed. So today's reading plans, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm so torn today on what to do, because part of me wants to, oh, I've gone and left the book upstairs, but part of me wants to read Rogue Protocol, Murderbot Diaries 3, but that doesn't finish a series off for me, and I would like to try and finish a series today. So I could do Rogue Protocol and then read volumes 5 and 6 of Solo Leveling, which wouldn't finish the series out because volume 7 is coming out later on this year, but it would get me up to date, which I say counts as a final book. So because it's the final book that's been released. My other option, I don't think I'm in the mood to read this today. So I don't think I'm going to get to that, which is a shame because it's one that's been on my TBR for a while and I do want to get to it. My other option though is to try and get through this. I'm sick of seeing this on my currently reading. I'm also sick of seeing it with a bookmark next to me, and I was gonna like softy and F this until the audiobook came out in August. However, it turns out that the audiobook is being redone by a new narrator and it's not coming out now till October. And I'm quite frustrated about the fact. So, I'm debating whether to try and get through this today. I am only 124 pages into this 600-page book. I suppose the only thing I could do is try and just read it for a sprint, see how many pages I get done, and then debate whether or not I think it's possible that I could get through this. So I think I might do that for the first sprint and just see how that goes, and then make a decision on what to do, whether or not A, I'm in the mood to physically read something, and B, whether or not I think it's possible I can get through this. My thought process is that even if I didn't finish this in sprints today, I know I wouldn't have finished it on final book support group, but it'll get me through a chunk of the book, and then I wouldn't feel as anxious about getting through it. I don't physically read fantasy. It's an issue that I have, but I want to get through that book because I'm sick of seeing it on my currently reading. I could just take it off, but you know, that's an option as well. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to see how I feel when the sprints start. I have pushed them back, my Patreon Magic Monday ones, to 10 o'clock. So I've got 20 minutes until they start. And then this afternoon I've got final book support group sprints as well. So it's a full day of sprints. And I am shattered from socialising so much on the weekend. So I could do with some recharge of my batteries, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure on what I'm reading. Once I know what I'm doing, I will come back and let you know. I'm very indecisive today, so again, I might leave it up to my patrons to let them decide what I'm going to do today. But I will check back in with you when I know what the hell I'm doing. Hello my loves, it is now Tuesday and I'm here to wrap this vlog up. I have got to be honest, this round of final book support group has not gone well for me. I am in a period right now of struggling with my reading a little bit. I don't know if I'm necessarily slumping. I think I just need a little bit of a break just to give myself a breather from what I would call strict reading. So if you've seen my June reading plans, you will know that I am planning on changing the way that I do TBRs and turning them into MBRs, so maybe read rather than to be read, just to ease the pressure off myself a little bit. Nobody's policing my TBR but me, but I find that I'm really struggling right now to read books that I said I'm going to read. I just want to read books that I'm in the mood to read in that moment. So this weekend I've really struggled with reading. I did manage to complete 2 books on Friday and then 1 yesterday, but nothing else Saturday, Sunday. Obviously I was busy with family Saturday, and then on Sunday I was out in Liverpool with Caitlin. So I haven't smashed this final book support group round like I hoped I would. But I did read some stuff nonetheless. I've progressed in a couple of series, which is great news. I've got myself up to date with another series, so I am happy with that. It's just that the books haven't necessarily been chunky and I didn't do any duologies. But it is what it is. So the first thing that I did finish was Solo Leveling Volume 4, which I gave 4.5 stars. I think 4 stars on Goodreads. I do really enjoy this series and I'm so excited to continue on with it. I don't need to tell you again what this is about because I've told you at least twice in this video. Then I did read Lore Olympus Volume 4, which is the last volume that's currently released. So I'm really excited that this came during the readathon on Friday because I was so excited to give it a read. I love this series. This is a Hades and Persephone retelling, but told in a gorgeous, colourful graphic novel format, and it's absolutely beautiful. You can get access to this online for free, but I don't read any further than the physical releases because I love to read these. So really enjoying this series, and I think this one also, oh no, this one got 5 stars. I love this series. They've all got 5 stars so far, so really enjoying this. This is actually the only, fun fact, this is the only Greek mythology book slash series that I've ever been able to continue without DNFing. I don't really enjoy Greek mythology and I'm not sure what it is about it that I don't enjoy, but this is the only series that I've never DNF'd. So fun fact for you there. And then I did yesterday read Rogue Protocol by Martha Wells. It's the only thing I picked up yesterday. I got about 80 odd pages into Willow Moss 4 because my brain at about 5 o'clock decided that it wanted to try and read that because it's a final book and it would give me a sense of accomplishment. And I got 80 pages in and I was on sprints, and I just said to Jade and everyone in sprints that I'm just not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to read right now. And she was like, what are you in the mood for? And I was like, honestly, I don't know. I don't think I even want to watch telly much. I think I'm just gonna clean the house. And I think what's happened is I've been so social over the weekend that I've just needed, really yesterday what would have been perfect for me would be to have the day to myself to do whatever it is that I want. So watch movies, watch TV, doom scroll TikTok, read if I wanted to, but something that I wanted to pick up, not something that I felt like I needed to pick up. Just whatever it is that I'm in the mood to do. If I wanted to work, I could have worked. I just had the day to myself to recoup from the weekend and recharge my batteries. I still feel like I'm not 100% on my social battery right now, which isn't great. It doesn't normally take me this long to come back from the weekend. So I've got a good portion of the day today. I did wake up at 9 o'clock. It is now currently 10 to 11. And I've just kind of spent the morning just sat in bed, scrolling TikTok, making a TikTok for Daisy and B, scrolling Instagram, scrolling Facebook, just social media scrolling, to be honest, and just giving myself a quiet morning to just do what I want. So I think for the rest of the day, I don't know what I'm going to do, and it's not relevant to this vlog, to be honest. But yeah, I think yesterday I just needed a chill day, but because of Final Book Support Group, I really did need to do some sprints because I hadn't done any over the weekend. But if I given the option, I would have done nothing yesterday as far as sprints are concerned. So yeah, I struggled and I didn't finish Starfell off. That's the point I was making. I didn't finish Starfell off, but I did. This is the only thing I read yesterday, this novella. But I did give it 4 stars, 4.5, I think, if I gave half stars. I love this series. This is fantastic. It follows a robot called Murderbot, and basically they have, I think they've been decommissioned in the first one, I can't remember, but they now go on missions with humans to protect the humans, whereas I think previously they were meant to kill the humans. I think they were programmed to kill the humans, if I remember correctly. But it's a slice of life into this robot's life, and it's just hilarious. I find Murderbot so funny, and I just have a great time with it. I think I love slice of life books in novella format. I don't like them in novel format, they take too long, but I love them in short snippets like this, and I really love the Murderbot series. So I am intrigued to see how Network Effect is going to go with me in this series, because that is a novel length of the Murderbot Diaries. So I'm intrigued to see how that goes. But yeah, had a good time with this one, and that is pretty much it. I literally read a manhwa, a graphic novel, and a novella, but it's, you know, it could have been nothing, so it could have been worse. But I am happy with the progress being made. This volume 7 is coming out later on in the year, so this is an ongoing series. This one, I have all of the books currently, so I have 2 more novellas and then a novel, and I believe there's another novella coming out later on this year. And then I have no idea how many volumes of this there's going to be, but I know volume 5 is coming out later on this year as well. So yeah, I did get up to date with this series, which is great, and made progress in the other 2. So that was everything that I read for Final Book Support Group. Not as productive as I'd hoped. I was really hoping to get through like 2 or 3 duologies, but it is what it is. Sometimes it doesn't go the way you hoped it would, and that's okay. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this round. I am looking forward to doing another one soon. We will see when that's going to be. But I hope you have enjoyed this round. Chat to me in the comments down below. What did you get up to? Did you take part? What did you read? Did you take part in the 72-hour smut den as well that was also hosted this weekend? Chat to me in the comments down below, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.